This is Ben from Testive, and we're solving an SAT math problem. This problem asks if one root of x squared minus ax plus 12 equals 0 is 6, then the other root is. So we know that we have one root of this equation, x squared minus ax plus 12 equals 0, and that root is 6. Now a root is just a number that you can plug in for x. It's a little more than that, but basically just means the number you can plug in for x to make this equation true when it's set equal to 0. So that means we can plug 6 in for x, and that will allow us to, solve for a. We need to solve for a if we're going to try to find the other root. Because when you're trying to find roots of a binomial like this, you're going to want to factor it, but we can't factor it if we don't know one of the numbers yet. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and plug 6 in. We're going to get 6 squared minus 6a plus 12 equals 0. So that gives us 36 minus 6a plus 12 equals 0. Okay, let's see. Everything here is going to be divisible by 6, so I'm just going to divide it by 6. 6 minus, divide both sides by 6, okay? So that gives me 6 minus a plus 2 equals 0, which is the same thing as 8 minus a equals 0, which means a equals 8. Okay, so now that I know that a equals 8, I can adjust this first equation here. I can plug that in. So x squared minus 8x plus 12 equals 0. So remember, in a problem like this, don't choose 8 here just because you solved for something and you got 8. So I would actually maybe set up right at the beginning of my equation. I might do x like that. So I know I'm going to be factoring, and I don't accidentally just choose what I solved for as my answer choice in the first step. So now that I'm factoring, remember that I'm going to want to find numbers that add together to equal this middle term, and they multiply together to equal this last term. Okay, so let's see. Well, I know that one of my factors, though, is going to be x minus 6. So that makes this so easy because I already know that one of them is 6. Well, that means that the other one has to be 2, x minus 2, because that's what's going to equal negative 8 equals 0, and that means that my other factor is 2.